Plaintiff Troy Bussey met the defendant at a bar, and she invited him to come watch her dance at the strip club where she worked. Troy claims the defendant confided in him about her abusive marriage, and he even got in a physical fight with her husband after he punched the defendant in the face. He's suing her today for an unpaid loan. Defendant Marilyn Tolles has been a stripper for 25 years, and she claims Troy is nothing but a stalker who would stay at the strip club and watch her dance all day. Marilyn claims the defendant tried to break up her marriage and even flattened her husband's tires. And she insists she never agreed to repay Troy for anything.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Prove your case.
First week of August, I met Marilyn at a bar, and we had a few drinks, and we got to talk a little bit, and she mentioned she was a dancer at a nightclub in town.
Like a modern dance, classic dance?
Jazz.
Ballet, jazz?
Your
Stripper?
Honor.
No.
Stripper.
Yes, I'm a stripper.
Oh, okay. Good enough. How long have you been an exotic dancer?
A little over 25 years.
Okay.
She putting herself through college or something like that?
You said that's what they always say, huh? You can tell you go to the strip club. Never heard of a stripper that wasn't in college, right? Go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, she asked me to come by and visit her at this dance club, and I did. And I frequented it several times a week. We got to
Several
talk.
times a week.
Yes, Your Honor.
More than me.
That's right.
Anyways, she mentioned that she was married, but she also mentioned that it was an abusive marriage. And she wanted out, but she didn't know what to do about
That's
it.
not true. That's not true, Your Honor.
All right,
I never told him that.
let him finish.
Like I said, I frequented it 2-3 times a week. We got to talking, and we got to know each other kind of a little bit, you know. And
Do you all start a relationship?
no, we would go after her work and have a drink or two after, or get something to eat. But no, it really wasn't no relationship.
That's it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, sir.
Let me understand. You go to the strip club to see this woman frequently.
Yes.
Okay? You're an honorable man.
Honorable, yes, sir.
Honorable man. And I probably have the wrong concept
Okay, well,
about strip clubs. I always assume that if you went somewhere with the ladies after they get you kind of hot and sweaty, that there was another part of the deal.
well, the deal was when I was at the dance club, we didn't dance or nothing. She didn't dance. We sat there and talked.
Oh, okay. She
So
wasn't dancing
No, I went
like
there
in
just
your
to-
face and getting you all
No,
sweaty.
no.
Okay. All right. I'm really just trying to understand.
Yes, sir.
No.
Go ahead, ma'am. You tell me about your association before we get to the loan here.
Well, it's true. I did meet him at a bar, and he did come to the strip club and saw me there. He would spend, actually I went to work at 11 o'clock and stayed until 7. When my shift was over, he still was there. Stayed all day, pretty much half the night with me. He is a stalker, is what this is about.
Sounds like it to me.
And I'll tell you what, he done some real things to me.
Like what?
Actually, he went to my daughter's home and knocked on the door and wanted to talk to her about having me leave my husband to be with him. My ex-husband had to call him and tell him to stop. He flattened my husband's tires, got in a fight with him.
One tire.
Got in a fight with him. He's actually.
Just let the air out of the tire.
Go ahead, son.
Okay.
I'll get back to you, ma'am. This guy's a character. Go ahead.
So, like I said, you know, we'd stop after her work. We would go have a few drinks or get something to eat occasionally. And a couple of weeks after this little ordeal was going on with us, she texted me one night saying that her husband has hit her in the face and thinks that he has broke her nose and that she may need medical attention. Well, I texted her back and asked her, do you need help or do I need to call the police? Well, she never got back with me. And I was a little concerned, so I drove over there. And I waited in the parking lot, for something to happen, and I was texting her, telling her, come on outside. I wanted to help. Well, she wouldn't come out, and eventually they both came out. And that's when I confronted her husband about him hitting her in the face, breaking her nose.
He did not break my nose.
Well, apparently it wasn't broken, no, but
No.
he did hit her in the face.
Because you were sending nude, naked pictures of yourself to me. That's why it happened.
No, I wasn't doing that.
Yes, you were. Him and I
Anyway.
was at a restaurant, Your Honor, and we was trying to have dinner together. This man was text messaging me all night long, and he was sending naked, nude pictures, saying some sexual things that he wanted to do to me. It angered my husband. Sure it did.
Well, he hit the wrong person, though.
You're right, sir. You're right.
You want to speak, sir? State
Yes,
your
sir.
name.
My name's Ray Tolles. I am Marilyn's husband. The evening that we're discussing now, yes, we were out to dinner, and he was sending text messages of nude pictures of himself. They appeared that he had sat and got himself aroused, and I've got phone records of those messages. I don't have the actual messages anymore because when I filed a police report on the tire being flattened, the police officer asked us to delete all those messages and to anything new coming in to contact him so that he could speak with Mr. Bussey again.
Okay. All right, sir, anytime you find that in the future, jump on only him.
Yes, sir.
All right? He's the one sending the message. Your wife is a victim of a pervert, if it happened. All right?
Yes,
You're
I understand
absolutely
that.
right there, Your Honor, if it happened. And
Right,
it did
it
not.
didn't happen.
It did not happen.
Good enough. Let's get to the loan you're suing her about.
Okay, anyway, we got into a fight that night. I was concerned about her, trying to get him off her. And, when I was about to finish it all, she got in between us and broke it up. And when he got up, he said he was going to call the police. I said, you call the police. He goes, well, I'm going to. He says, and I'm going to tell him that you hit her in the face. So I got my truck and I left.
It's not true.
Okay,
That's not
so we went for a couple more weeks, probably about 2 more weeks, Marilyn and I. And she called me at 11:30 on September 9th, asking me to pay her daughter's electric bill. Well, I was a little concerned. I thought, well, how am I going to get my money back? And I didn't say nothing. She says, Troy, she says, I promise I'll pay you back next week. She says, my daughter's got that little baby over there.
How much was it?
It was $315 plus a $3.
Okay. Has she repaid it?
No, Your Honor.
Ma'am, let me hear from you on this.
Well, I did call him, and I was on my way to work. I was kind of in a little bit of a hurry, so when I was talking to him, I said, listen, my daughter just called me. The electric has been turned off. Could you please go down there?
Was this before or after you determined he was a stalker?
I knew there was something screwy about him from the very beginning. But like I tell you, I'm a stripper,
Knew
and
he
I
was
deal
a-
with all kinds of screwballs. All types of them.
That's a good point, and they all give money. You're right. All right.
But anyway, I asked him, could you please go down and turn the lights back on? He said, I said, I'm in a hurry, I'm trying to get to work, I'll talk to you later. He said, there's no problem. He went on down, turned the light back on, came to my job at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon after he got off work, sat there with me again and drank all night again with me until about 9 o'clock. Never once mentioned anything about me paying him back.
All right, but did you ever agree to?
No, sir.
Never.
Absolutely not. I'm a stripper. I don't pay men back.
You got a point there. You got a point there. Sir, what she says makes very good sense.
You're absolutely right. She does not pay back.
So how are you suing her?
Because she owes me...
But did she agree to pay you back?
Yes, she did. She promised that she would.
All
She
right.
said, I promise I'll pay you back
You have
next
any
week."
evidence, sir? Because
Yes, sir, I
she
do.
makes better sense.
Yes, I do.
In saying that strippers
I got,
don't pay men back. She has a very good point.
I got her daughter's social security number.
No. Do you have anything where it indicates she agreed?
No, I have nothing that indicates she
Okay, well, you have the burden of proving that today. And you can either prove it through direct evidence, physical evidence, or convince me with your testimony. And you've done neither. I agree with you, ma'am. Repaying a man who has given a stripper money, I don't think that's how it goes. Your claim is dismissed, sir. I don't believe you. I believe her. Have a good day.